time to get loud. From Baptist to the world, we're standing proud. With every touchdown and every play, we're here to bring the hype in the DawgHouse way. DawgHouse Digest, it's the ultimate ride. Georgia football on this wild ride. From game recaps to the news that's fresh, we're the heartbeat of the Dogs with the DawgHouse Digest. DawgHouse Digest, it's the ultimate ride. Georgia football, we're on this wild ride. From game recaps to the news that's fresh, we're the heartbeat of the Dogs with the DawgHouse Digest. Tailgates are lit, the crowd's on their feet. With every big win, our hearts skip a beat. We've got the highlights and the stories to tell. With the Dogs in our corner, we're under the spell. DawgHouse Digest, it's the ultimate ride. Georgia football, we're on this wild ride. From game recaps to the news that's fresh, we're the heartbeat of the Dogs with the DawgHouse Digest. When the Bulldogs charge and the fans roar, we're the pulse of the action, we're wanting more. Join us each week, let the excitement unfold. DawgHouse Digest, with the story sold. DawgHouse Digest, it's the ultimate ride. Georgia football, we're on this wild ride. From game recaps to the news that's fresh, we're the heartbeat of the Dogs with the DawgHouse Digest. For the DawgHouse Digest, so gear up, get ready, let's make some noise with DawgHouse Digest. We're the real McCoy, keep the passion alive and the spirit high. DawgHouse Digest, we're reaching for the sky.
Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome to the first episode of DawgHouse Digest, your go-to source for all things Georgia Bulldogs football. I'm your host, Theonden, and today we have a packed show as we break down Georgia's dominating win over Clemson, preview our home opener against Tennessee Tech, and dive into the latest news, honors, and injury updates. So grab your favorite Bulldogs gear and let's get started. Let's start with a game recap from last Saturday's huge season opening victory. The Bulldogs went into the Mercedes-Benz Stadium to face number 14 Clemson, and folks, it wasn't even close. Georgia came away with a 34-3 win, setting the tone for what looks to be another powerhouse season. Clemson's offense never had a chance, as Georgia's defense jumped all over them right from the start. The Tigers were held to a mere 188 yards of total offense across 52 plays. But perhaps the biggest highlight came late in the game with Malaki Starks, our standout safety, made an acrobatic interception in the fourth quarter, sealing the deal. Starks finished the game with 2 tackles and that crucial pick, marking his 6th career interception. We'll talk more about his accolades later in the show. On the offensive side, things took a little time to heat up. Georgia only scored 6 points in the first half, both coming from Peyton Woodring field goals, including a career-long 55-yarder just before halftime. But in the second half, Carson Beck led the charge. Beck completed 23 of 33 passes for 278 yards and 2 touchdowns, hitting 9 different receivers. He even showed off some mobility, adding a key 13-yard scramble. The running game also got rolling, with Daijun Edwards leading the pack. Though Georgia's offense took time to find its rhythm, once it did, it was an avalanche Clemson couldn't stop. The Bulldogs racked up 447 total yards and, most importantly, no turnovers. With a 34-3 win over Clemson, Georgia improves to 101, 27, and 3 in season openers, and Kirby Smart is now a perfect 9-0 in opening games. What a way to kick off the season, Dog fans. It's great. As we move into week 2, Georgia is set to take on Tennessee Tech in our home opener at Dooley Field at Sanford Stadium. Kickoff is set for 2 p.m. on Saturday, and the Bulldogs will be playing in front of a newly renovated stadium that now seats 93,033 fans. Georgia has won 12 straight home openers, and the odds are heavily in our favor once again. Tennessee Tech comes into the game 0-1 after a heartbreaking 32-25 loss to Middle Tennessee last week. They nearly pulled off the upset in that game, but MTSU scored with just 16 seconds left. New head coach Bobby Wilder will have his hands full trying to crack Georgia's defense, which looks like it's nearly in mid-season form. The last time Georgia faced Tennessee Tech was in 2009, when the Bulldogs won 38-0. In fact, the Golden Eagles have never scored against Georgia in their 2 prior meetings, and don't be surprised if we see another shutout this weekend. This is an important game for Georgia to continue building momentum before we hit a tougher stretch in the schedule. Now let's jump into the news and honors segment. Starting with the latest SEC accolades, Carson Beck and kicker Peyton Woodring both earned SEC honors for their performances against Clemson. Beck was named Co-Offensive Player of the Week, sharing the title with Vanderbilt's Diego Pavia. Beck threw for 278 yards and 2 touchdowns, leading the Bulldogs to victory. Meanwhile, Woodring had a fantastic day, racking up 10 points, including that 55-yard bomb just before halftime. For his efforts, Woodring was named the SEC Co-Special Teams Player of the Week, sharing the honor with Oklahoma's Tyler Keltner. And let's not forget about Malaki Starks. He's been named the Paycom Jim Thorpe Award National DB of the Week after his incredible game against Clemson, where he snagged his 6th career interception in acrobatic fashion. Starks was a finalist for the Thorpe Award last year, and with performances like this, he's showing why he's one of the top defensive backs in the nation. As for injuries, we've got a few updates heading into the Tennessee Tech game. Dylan Bell left the game briefly but returned to action after dealing with cramping. Roderick Robinson is still out with a toe injury. He underwent surgery, and there's no clear timetable for his return yet. Warren Brinson went down during the Clemson game with a lower body injury. Kirby Smart described it as a contusion, but it looks like it might be related to an Achilles issue he dealt with during camp. Xavier McLeod missed the Clemson game after dealing with an injury in camp, and his status remains uncertain for this week. Michael Williams suffered a lower body injury during the Clemson game after getting blocked in the legs. X-rays look good, but the team will continue to monitor him closely. Let's hope for speedy recoveries, especially with tougher competition on the horizon. And that's going to be a wrap-up for this first episode of DawgHouse Digest. What a start to the season for the Bulldogs, with a dominant win over Clemson and the home opener against Tennessee Tech up next. There's a lot to be excited about. As always, I'm Theonden, your host, and I'll be here every week to break down all the action, give you the latest news, and keep you up to date on everything Georgia football. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow dog fans. Let's keep the momentum going, and I'll see you next time, right here on DawgHouse Digest. Go Dogs!